Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you guys my 2009 Yamaha XT250. So I've had this for less than a month and we just added a couple of different things to it. The biggest thing is basically the hand guards, and we ended up buying a Tusk D-Flex. Online, I don't know how much it cost. And then we basically changed these tires, and these are the Dunlop, what is that, D606F, which is more of like an all-terrain tires, and it actually came with these Pirelli tires, the Scorpion ATV, and let me see, it's the MT90, which is actually really nice, but to be honest with you, this is more on-road, 90% on-road, so I wanted to change it to the more on- and off-roading type of tires, just because of the fact that right now it really can't be plated just because of the whole COVID thing. So I was thinking, take the opportunity just to go off-roading, and because my appointment is basically like November 9th for me to get my title or to get my plates and stuff, so we changed them to these, which they weren't, I don't think they were really used much. I mean, you guys can tell. I mean, there's still some pretty decent knobs. They're not really worn down or anything to them. The cool thing too though is of course, since it's a 4-stroke, for the most part I think most bikes have like spark arrestors, but this one has it'll say it on there. I don't think you can see it, but it says like Yamaha spark arrestor, so I don't necessarily have to buy a spark arrestor when I'm out, I don't know, going to different parks, ORV parks and stuff. But there is one called the FMF Core 4 or something like that, which actually sounds a lot nicer than the stock muffler that we have. So probably in the future I'd want to get that just because it sounds really nice and beefy. But there's really nothing else that was done to the bike. But it is a really, really nice, fun, and easy bike to ride. And one of the biggest reasons why I got it was because of the seat height, which is 31.5, and I'm basically like 5 feet even. So for me, that works. Like, that seat height for me works. And the bike isn't really that heavy. I mean, out of all the bikes that we have, it is the heaviest, just because it has, of course, all the electronics you have to figure would cause more weight. The metallic, this metal gas can, and sure, all these little metal things as well are going to add more weight. And I think it's like 270 pounds, give or take, and that's not including, I don't think, like the gas, or if you were to get like saddlebags or anything else. So it's gonna definitely weigh a little bit more, but it's really not that bad. So it is a 4-stroke, like I said. It's a really fun bike. It's very, very forgiving. I would say this is a really good intro bike. That's why, for me, I think it's perfect, because I can go on and off-road. It's still full size, and it's easy to handle. It really is easy to handle. I mean, if my nephew, who is 16 years old, can ride this, I think most people can basically ride this. And that was my biggest issue, was just like I said, was just the height. Amanda's bike, she has a 250, what is it, R or something? So the seat height is like 36. I can ride this comfortably, well, not necessarily comfortably, but like I kind of have to straddle it. So basically my crotch is on this corner. I can ride it. It's definitely lighter than my bike. I mean, as you can see, there's really not a lot of metal to the body. And the tank itself is plastic, but it's still a fun bike. It's a 4-stroke. It's another very forgiving bike. So that just kind of goes to show you the differences with the different weight and size and stuff as well. But yeah, I would highly suggest anybody who's interested to definitely take a look at the bike. ride it, get on it, especially if you're short. I think it's perfect. Seat is comfortable compared to like other ones that I've come across, and you can probably get this for under like $3 grand. I got mine for about $2,500, and the owner that had it before me was a female, and the owner prior to that was another female, so it's well taken care of. It hasn't really been abused. There's some minor scratches, but who really cares? But my next upgrade that I really do want to focus on, you know, the FMF that I was talking about for this muffler, that's just going to be like a cosmetic thing. It's not necessary. But I think my next thing that I want to focus on the most would be the mirrors, because these don't bend. These are going to get in the way when I'm out on the trails. So I'm either going to find some that will bend, or I'm probably in the meantime just going to take these off before we go for a ride. But I think I want to get the ones that bend so that I can also use it on and off road, because I'm sure at one point I'm going to get really irritated trying to like take these off. But yeah, so for the most part, that's basically the only thing that we've done, I guess, to the bike itself. I did wish that this was a little bit like wider, like this plastic itself kind of covered a little bit more, but these plastics can be changed, so it's not really that big of a deal. As long as I have this metal aluminum part, it should be fine. But the installing for this though, for the hand guard, was definitely a pain in the ass. They actually ended up taking a little bit more of the throttle part here, because it was just like really sticky, so they took it a little bit more out, compared to if I were to show you the other side. You guys can see that there's still a little bit of like the fat part of the like the throttle, like this rubbery part, because this isn't really that big of a deal. You're not really doing anything, but over there, you know, this is gonna be important. So and since we adjusted that side, this part is rubbing a little bit, but I mean, it's not really preventing any sort of, you know, I don't think really it's doing anything. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I guess if I really want to be anal, I guess we could adjust these a little bit, but who cares? It works. You know, I'm not going to worry about it. Unless it becomes a problem, then I'll worry about it. But that's pretty much it. There's really nothing else to say about this bike. Oh, I forgot. So I bought these. These are like little spokes that I bought on Amazon. Like these plastic ones that like wrap around. And they're really easy. I think they're like $10 or something. And they come in different colors, but they're easy to install. You basically, you know, it has like a little cut or whatever. And then you just kind of put it through. As you can see, like how that comes out. You just kind of install it as such. And then of course you measure it based on the size of your spokes. I ended up using, I think, all of mine except for maybe like one, but I did a black one just because I wanted it, I don't know, just because it looks cool or whatever. But like I said, there's different colors one that you can choose and stuff. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all we did. There's nothing fancy about it, but it works. I kind of have all the necessary things, and yeah, definitely want a bike on and off road and you're short. You want something that's entry level and easy to handle. Yeah, Yamaha XT250. Mine is a 2009.